Well, is the Antichrist here? A lot of people think that he has come, but the question before us is, if he has come, who is he? Well, I think the Apostle John can really help us sort out this all-important question: has the Antichrist come, and who is he? Well, as always, before we answer any Bible question, let's think about the context of the letter we're going to open, the letter of 1 John. So John writes this letter because he wants to reassure those Christians in the church that they're genuinely saved people, right? He wants them to have assurance that they are genuine followers of Jesus. But not only does he want to encourage them in their faith, he also wants to warn them. He desires to give his readers protection from the false teachers that had infiltrated the church. And he talks about how there have been many antichrists that have come into the world, and also that have come into the church. So look at 1 John 2:18. He says, "Children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that Antichrist is coming, so now many antichrists have come. Therefore we know that it is the last hour." So for John, it's not really surprising that these false teachers have shown up, because verse 18 says that it is the last hour. So we don't really know how long this last hour is going to be, but we do know what this last hour will be characterized by. There will be many antichrists that are roaming this world. Now, the prefix anti in Greek can signify one of two things. It can mean against, in which case antichrist would mean an opponent of Christ, or it can mean in place of, in which case antichrist means a substitute or a counterfeit Christ, a false Messiah. And if we pay very close attention to the storyline of our Bibles, we are given some important information about a final Antichrist that will come. So there will be a final outbreak of evil that is led by one figure. In 2 Thessalonians 2, Paul calls him the man of lawlessness. So he will be an individual that demands unconditional obedience from the masses. Many people, they're going to be deceived by him. They're going to be led astray. John symbolizes him in the book of Revelation as the beast. But John doesn't want his readers to simply be concerned about the future. He also wants them to be prepared in the present. Now that phrase, the last hour, it refers to the time period between Christ's first and his second coming. So that means that we are indeed in the last hour now. We are in that period of history in which the great Antichrist will one day break out. We're in that period of history. But also, this entire period is going to be characterized by many Antichrists that will come. And this is one of the reasons that you find books in almost every single generation where they're pointing out certain people in history and saying they are the Antichrist. Many people thought that the Antichrist was Nero back in the 1st century. During the Middle Ages, there were people that were pointing to different popes that were so evil, and they were saying that these guys were the Antichrist. In World War II, many Christians, they were absolutely convinced that Adolf Hitler was the Antichrist. And who can blame them? Absolutely evil person, right? Some people thought that it was Stalin. Stalin deliberately killed 6 million. So there have been those that have claimed to be Christ in history, yes, but there are also those that won't claim to be him, but they will indeed be opposed to him. And these antichrists, boy, they come in all different colors, all languages, all vocations. Some are political leaders, some are celebrities, some are in sports, some are well-known, some are obscure, some are even in pulpits, sadly. It is anyone that is opposed to Christ. So this could be billions of people. And you know what's so scary about this is that the Antichrist that John was specifically dealing with were not political leaders that were oppressing them from the outside. It was people that had infiltrated the church. They were in John's church. So to conclude here, I'm sure that you have met a lot of antichrists out there, because understand that anyone who is opposed to Christ is an antichrist. But have you met the Antichrist, the final figure who will who will lead the masses astray and essentially be Satan's right-hand man? Honestly, I don't know if you've met him yet. I don't know if he's a baby. I don't know if he's a teenager. We don't know where he's going to come from. We don't know if he's on this earth right now. But two things that you can think about. Someone can be very bad, like a Hitler, and they're not the Antichrist. Personally, in my view, the Antichrist is going to be someone that is going to claim to be the Jewish Messiah. And people will follow him. So be on guard, because it is entirely possible that he's in the world now. Once again, I don't know if he's a baby. I don't know if he's an elementary school, if he's a teenager, or if he's an adult. But be on guard. He could be here. Well, I hope you've been blessed by this video. Thank you so much. Smash the like button if you can. That'll push this video out to more people that can be encouraged by it and challenged by it. Thank you so much, and God bless you in the way.